let's get into it. I'm going to try not to walk around too much while I'm filming this for you guys. Nolan Camaro switch sides. If you follow me on the social medias, posted the Camaro up for sale. Trying to make some decisions about what I'm doing. I don't know if I'll sell it, but we're just trying to take some steps. But the nice thing is I've been hustling, and I'm sorry guys, I just can't sit still. I've been hustling some parts. I went to the swap meet and cleaned out my parts room, which all these totes and stuff are from my parts room. And I absolutely emptied this thing. The goal here was to just get rid of stuff. I had to be realistic about some of my life choices about what I'm doing, and I just can't keep holding on to stuff that I'm never going to use. So that's that. Anyway, plans: get the Nova up in the air. I'm putting a tighter stator in here. I am putting a little deeper gear. I'm gonna swap out the third member, put a deeper gear in there. That'll help tighten up the converter a little bit, and then the stator will tighten the converter and hopefully will go faster. Old Reliable is in the Nova, the best motor that I've ever had, and should be ready to go out there and just start hurting some feelings right off the hopefully first event of the year. That's the plan. The Nova could be for sale too, but the changes in my life and the things we're trying to do and I want to do with my family, like to build a house, and we're still kind of plugging away with that. Everyone sucks, the city sucks, but I think if we do that, if I just take a little bit of time to do that, it'll just be way better financially. So can't have two race cars, never been able to have two race cars. That's just not something I even want, but I do want to put myself in a better spot, and maybe keeping the Nova is that. Just at the point I am in my life, I love the Nova. The Camaro could be really sick though, and I think it's going to be 400 pounds lighter than what I got, which is huge. I mean, a sub 2,500 pound twin turbo Hemi car would be something special. But 2-speed 400s all freshened up. That's got to go in there. Hook everything up. Selling lots of stuff. I mean, I went to the swap meet for 2 weekends, wasted 2 full days at swap meets, and probably 2.5 days packing crap up and unpacking it, and then repacking it the next weekend and traveling and stuff to make $700. And I come home before I put everything away at the last swap meet, which I've never done swap meets. I took pictures of everything. I went and bought a thermal laser printer, signed up for Pirate Ship, and have been slinging parts on the old Facebook, which is working pretty dang well. So just pricing things the same way I was at the swap meet, which was good deals. And I'm making some headway. So the Camaro is basically almost paid for, and just a little bit more, and that's where I wanted to be, because I don't have enough money to fund 2 race cars. And so the Nova would have to get sold to finish the Camaro, and selling the Camaro would just put me in a better spot because I've hustled so much stuff to be able to buy it. So that's the update for me. I'm going to walk you guys through changing a stator and a converter, hopefully, and then just put in some hyperlapse on maybe getting the Nova back in the fighting shape. First testers in March in Reading, so I'm gonna try to go to that, and then April Cool Nights in Reading. And I got to set the whole trailer up and organize that, and probably check the brakes out and kind of go through the trailer. So there's a lot to do. Thanks for following along. Let me know what you guys think of these videos. I'm just doing my best for you, trying to grow this thing. I appreciate all my loyal supporters here, and we're just a do-it-yourself program, and gonna keep doing it myself. I'm gonna charge the Nova real quick. I have this Circle D converter. It's a 264 millimeter. Blow the thing apart. We're putting a tighter stator in there. The stator is roughly 1,000 RPM tighter. Switching the guts over, checking all the thrust bearings.
dumping the converter out, putting a fresh O-ring in there. I need to get some spare parts for that thing. And see here. Yeah, oh yeah, torque specs. They're on the back of the converter. I didn't flip the converter over. I posted on Facebook, 25 foot-pounds, everybody, Circle D, bolt-together converter. But that thing is ready for fighting shape and ready to hurt some feelings.
Well, project number 2. Geez, that won't focus. I made these on Cut Send Cut, and I did get a little swag for the Nova. These things, I've been anxious to see if these fit because I haven't drawn CAD and stuff in a long time. But my plan here is that no one makes a bracket, and so that thing's gonna go right there on both sides of this deal. Get some longer bolts or whatever, and hopefully the jack will rest against this. And the only thing this thing has to do is keep it from moving. That way I can load the suspension, and I can actually pull the tires off with Pro Jacks under the rear end. So anyway, that's the plan. I'm gonna put these things on or try them, see what I need to do, see if the guy drawing them did a good job or not. God, this thing's sick. You know, that's the problem, is the more I look at this thing and the workmanship that I did and how sorted out it is, I really just don't want to sell it. I mean, I love this car. That rear end's sick. Everything's sick, man. Carbon tubs, I can fit a 36 on here. Just did a really nice job. Pat myself on the back.
I did not realize I left this thing running while I went to the hardware store to get bolts, but I'm yanking these bolts out. I go to the hardware store, I come back, I'm fitting up this bracket. I did have to enlarge the 5/16 holes just a touch in the front, but other than that, it turned out pretty nice.
I don't really like these big washers. I got some other ones. Maybe I'll try on here, but I like to get some ARP bolts. So this will eventually need some different hardware. And I probably didn't need to cut that up so high, but like you can see, just gonna rest on these 4-link brackets, and then this thing, its only job is to locate those bars. So I'm gonna do this side. It's just a bitch because you spend so much time getting these hardware perfect. Not too long, not too short, no extra weight. But I think that'll do it. I think that'll, you know, it's naturally going to want to roll this way, and this kind of, it's naturally going to kind of want to roll this way anyway. And I had to chamfer the bracket. I don't know if I showed you guys that. Because there's welds on that. And these are a little thicker than those stubs, so it kind of sucked the washer in, but I just want that captured. But that'll work. No one makes these. I talked to Hammered Concepts, and nobody makes anything like this for these strange modulars, so yeah, if you need one of these, slide in them DMs. Got this beautiful resorted transmission over here. It is in, just torquing the pan bolts. Upgrades for this season. Got a 2-speed valve body in here. Converted it to a 2-speed. Had to buy a 2-speed shifter. And geez. Got those little brackets for my Pro Jacks. Obviously, old reliable, freshened in there. And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, different gear package. I got to pull the tires and pull a 4-link bar, and it needs some gear oil anyway and serviced. And then I can nut and bolt the thing from the front to the back. I got to do converter bolts and the converter spacing and all that, but I can bolt the starter in. And then I got to put my turbo headers on. I'd really like to pull the turbo headers off of that I made. Just see how close they fit. Just in case I want to keep this thing. I think it's prudent. But we're all ready, man. All recerted. Everything's up to cert. I do need, at some point, some parachutes. I need to switch to a double parachute mount and do all that stuff. So, tis the thing. I do like my license plate. I think that thing looks sweet. But this thing gonna be riding. And punch list, I gotta build a cover for the battery because the NHRA doesn't like that. Need to set up the tune for the different camshaft that's in there. It's a different firing order. And then the tone ring, I need to see what's on my other third and see what I need to do for my drive shaft speed sensor. So anyway, that's where we're at, guys. Just cruising out here on a Saturday. Yeah, I think the next time you see me, I will be spool testing this thing. So getting ready for race season. Then maybe we'll do a little video on trailer organization, because I need to go through the brakes on that thing and drive up to Seattle at some point and buy a little trailer towed. But yeah, hopefully get rid of some of the rest of this stuff so I don't have to put it away. And then who knows what the future of this thing will be. This thing is dope, though. It is a dope car. There's no question. Just needs a little bit of love. It'd be so cool. Anyway, Blue Collar Bullet, ready for 2026. And sir, if you're seeing this, I need an oil pan, because I don't have one of your pans on my car anymore because it blew up. All right. See you guys later. All right, smash that like button and subscribe.